was a little introduction to FOAM. It's a new file fuzzer I wrote the other night. It's used to fuzz applications, local applications usually, and it's also really good for finding offsets. So let's get started. What we're going to use is just a very common app that's been exploited more times than probably any other one is easy RM to MP3 converter, and we got loaded up here inside of Immunity. So FOAM is written in Python, so you will need the Python installed on your system. And first what we're going to do is we're going to create some buffers. So let's go in here. The first file size we're talking about in bytes, how big we want the first byte, what the first file size bytes we want to be. We know what the exploit level is on this, but let's just say 26,000 to start out with. What kind of file type are we using? This is M3U. Increment file size, so it starts out at 26,000. What do we want to increment by 50 by 100? So 26,100, 26,200. I'm just going to stick with the default 50. How many files do you want to use? So do you want to go like 5 files? So it'd be 2600, 2650, 2700, 2750. I'll go ahead and stick with here. Let's go with 10. And do you want to actually see the output of the buffer? And I'm going to put yes. And you can see this is what's actually going into the files. This is the first one, so this is 2600 bytes long, and as you can see it's a unique string, so this will help us find our offsets. Now that we've got the buffer ready to go, let's go ahead and start fuzzing. We'll throw a 2600 at it. As you can see, no crash. And as you can see in the application, it actually tells you the size that we have for our buffers right inside and the file type. And let's go ahead and go with the 26 one, and we get our crash. We know from this one already that it's overwritten IIP, it's a stack overflow, and we can see what's inside of EIP right now. So let's find our offset. We want to go into the program, go to find the buffer offset. We're in a little Indian system. All we need to do is type in 3071 3543, which is what's inside of EIP, to find our buffer size that we need to go up until we overwrite EIP. Hit enter, and it's now doing a calculation looking through this area up here to find the offset value, which is 2624. Alright, now that we've got our offset value, we can restart the application. Go ahead and exit out of FOAM. And I've already got this pre-prepared, but we can write our exploit. This one's not actually exploiting anything. All it's going to do is, here's the 2624 offset that we found. Here are the 4 bytes that are going to overwrite EIP. I have extra padding below with the break. It's not really doing anything, it's just going to crash the application, but it's going to show that the offset shows a true value. So we go ahead and close that. It's already been written down right here. Start up the application. Throw exploit down inside of it, and we get our crash. As you can see, EIP was overwritten with 46, 46, 46, 46. After 2600, there's the 46s. So it's just an easy way for files to get thrown down. It doesn't have any of the header files. I plan on doing a little bit of work with that in the future and trying to improve some of it. But this is an introduction, and I hope it can help.